This is the ultimate guide to completing the Thanksgiving event and getting all the rewards like the exclusive furniture and free 30 diamonds. I'll show you the best classes to use, all the recipe requirements, and even some secret tricks. While completing the Thanksgiving event is possible when playing solo, it is extremely difficult and is why I recommend teaming up with at least 4 people. You're going to want to assign them roles. For example, if you had a lumberjack, their role would be the wood collector, as they'll be responsible for collecting wood to build farm plots to get pumpkins and cake for later on. The classes you're going to want in your team will be the chef, lumberjack, assassin, and the farmer. The reason and order of importance that these classes go would be the chef being the #1 best class for the event, as they'll be able to save you and the team 20 scrap and 30 wood, as they'll instantly spawn in with a crockpot, so you won't need to upgrade to level 3 workbench to craft it. The lumberjack is the second best class for the event, as they'll spawn in with a good axe, and will allow them to instantly start chopping down trees in only 5 hits, versus the 13 that the old axe needs to cut down 1 tree, allowing them to easily and quickly craft farm plots to start collecting the crops. The assassin is the third best class, as they spawn in with kunais and the katana, and have increased movement speed, which will allow them to quickly explore the map and begin upgrading the campfire while hunting mammoths for ribs. The farmer is the 4th best class, as they have the watering can and will allow the farm plots to have an increased chance to spawn rare items like cake almost 100% of the time whenever they're watered. The other classes that aren't as good but are still great alternatives would be the alien, cyborg, and vampire, as they're great classes for exploring the map and killing mammoths as well, however are much more inferior to the assassin, as they lack the increased movement speed. The roles you should assign go as follows. Your chef should be collecting materials for crafting food the second you upgrade the campfire, and they should be focusing on getting turkey legs, berries, stuffing, sweet potatoes, and chilies, since those materials will be very close to the campfire and won't make it where your team will need to wait for them to return to craft food at their chef crockpot. Your lumberjack should be focusing on chopping down as many trees that they can, and instantly replanting the trees to get more wood to craft farm plots. They should also be exploring the map, specifically looking for any of the log cabins, as they can have 3 to 4 wooden chairs, which give 5 wood per chair, and exploring the volcano biome for the chairs inside of these destroyed buildings. The assassin should be going into the volcano biome and looking for mammoths, as well as killing them for their ribs, as you need 2 ribs for the final meal, which is one of the hardest materials to get within the 25 minutes you have to cook all the meals. Your farmer should be watering the farm plots whenever they're placed down, as well as exploring the map and focusing on fishing, as you'll need fish for one of the later dishes. Whenever you and your team spawn in, you're going to want to look at the back of the missing children's board to make sure you have the volcano biome. If you get the winter biome, you should reset the run, as the winter biome requires you to craft heat-protected armor, which is a waste of time when needing to kill mammoths for ribs. You should have all your explorers, which would be the lumberjack and assassin, get at least 1 bunny foot so they can quickly get the good sack from the pelt trader. And for your farmer, you'll want them to get a bunny foot and a wolf pelt, so they can also get a fishing rod, so they don't have to explore the map looking for the fishing hut to find a fishing rod. You should kill the bunnies within the tier 3 campfire, as bunnies have a higher chance of dropping their foot when killed than if you were to hunt them for their foot in the higher tier campfires. You and your team should use the chat box to keep inventory of all the materials you have collected for meals. That way you won't collect any extra materials and waste time when only needing to collect specific materials for cooking dishes. The first meal is always the turkey legs, then berry juice, casserole, corn on the cob, roasted turkey, a bowl of stuffing, stuffed peppers, sweet potato pie, spicy swordfish, and the last item being the barbecue ribs. The required ingredients you're going to need for crafting all of these will be 4 turkey legs, 4 berries, 4 stuffing, 4 chilies, 3 sweet potatoes, 2 corn, 2 pumpkins, 2 ribs, 1 steak, 1 morsel, 1 carrot, 1 piece of cake, and 1 swordfish. The hardest materials to gather out of that list will be the swordfish, as it is a rare spawn from the fishing ponds. You can fish up the swordfish from these 3 ponds: the fresh pond, algal pond, and the bone pond. You're going to want to focus on fishing inside of ponds that have bubbles or ripples inside of them, as it'll give you a 100% chance of finding a fish every time. You should also fish inside of algal ponds, which have a green tint to their water. You should catch salmon until your fishing rod is able to be upgraded to a level 2 fishing rod, as it'll make catching the swordfish significantly easier and will prevent you from failing the catch. If you notice that the fishing bar is too big or almost full, you should reset the fishing rod by re-equipping the fishing rod to not waste your time catching useless fish. Whenever you make any of the food, you'll need to place it onto the table, which will make sure that the NPC will arrive for Thanksgiving. Whenever the guests do arrive for Thanksgiving, they will need their drinks constantly refilled, so you will need to take the pitcher and refill their drinks to ensure that they won't get mad and leave. Whenever you have completed serving all guests, you'll be shown a cutscene of the deer eating the ribs you had made for it. You'll also be granted with 3 gifts from the guests, which will contain common loot, legendary loot, and even ruby chest loot like the tactical shotgun and thorn armor. Whenever you have a cultist raid, the deer will become your friend for the next few raids and will help you by defending your campfire and killing the cultist. If your friend is struggling getting all 10 guests, share this to help them out, and like and join our Discord for diamond giveaways.